Today's episode of the More You Know podcast is brought to you by CrowdQuestion, a brand new social communication platform focused on connecting crowds to bring everyone closer to their community, as well as enhancing any occasion. Rather than being a social media platform focused on content and advertising, they're focused on communication and connection. Learn more about the platform and download the app free at crowdquestion.com.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More
You
Know
Podcast.
Today I want to go through common nefarious tactics, behaviors, or strategies used to get to you, hurt you, and take what is yours, discussed by Dr. Phil in Life Code. I've recently discussed baiters on the podcast. They're people who will use and abuse you, and if you have relationships with these types of people, they can hinder and ruin your life. Unfortunately, not everyone has good intentions, and this is something so drastically important to be conscious of. And most importantly, you must have awareness surrounding how they'll act, because if you don't have this awareness, it will be difficult to have awareness surrounding these people when they arise in your life. So with this being said, I want to go through some common tactics, behaviors, and strategies that they'll use that Dr. Phil discusses. So first is, they infiltrate your life, seducing you with promises and flattery. Then second is, they are way too focused on getting your approval, and it's as if their existence depends on you accepting them. Next, third is, they're always gathering data and building a file on you, and this is because everything they do, every interaction, is for a purpose. After that, fourth is, they maintain a mystery about who they really are, and they answer questions that weren't asked. From there, fifth is, when confronted with problems they always blame others. Then sixth is, they lie by either misstatement or omission, because they understand that lies with a kernel of truth are the most powerful. Next, seventh is, they are frauds, they cheat, and they steal property, information, and credit for other people's work. They do this to gain trust and reliance. After that, eighth is, they foster dependency to obligate you, and this is so they can gain leverage as well as power. Then from there, ninth is, when in a position of power and authority, they abuse it with self-dealing and egomaniacal conduct. Next, 10th is, they identify your sensitivities to gain leverage. After that, 11th is, they have selective memory, are revisionist historians, and they reframe reality. From there, the 12th is, they're two-faced, meaning they'll pretend to be your friend and ally, so they can give you a false sense of security while being disloyal. And finally, 13th is, they are masters of passive-aggressive sabotage. Regardless of who you are, you're going to deal with people who are going to try to use, abuse, and exploit you. And if you surround yourself around these types of people, having relationships with them, they can hinder and destroy your life. Because of this, you must be aware of these types of people and how they'll act. And luckily, they have common tactics, behaviors, and strategies that they'll use. So by having awareness surrounding these, you can know when they arise, and then from there handle the situation. By doing so, it will provide immense value to your life. And along with that, not let people get in the way of making a tremendous impact in this world and crafting a life of significance. I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it. Check out other episodes. Leave a review. Follow the podcast on social media at More You Know Pod, and sign up for CrowdQuestion to ask me questions about the episode. Again, thank you for listening as we propel through podcasting with the More You Know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More
You
Know
Podcast.